Hi, my name is Yasu. Okay, sounds weird. My name is Yasu and I live in Japan and I do hitorigoto. It's a Japanese word. It means talking to myself because in my video I talk to myself, so talking to myself. So I do hitorigoto. So today I want to answer a question that's given by someone on the video that I made talking about antidepressant and then the side effect and everything. And this person asked me, does antidepressant, to me, Effexor, cause any sexual dysfunction? That's the word I think. Yeah, sexual dysfunction. I don't want to have sexual dysfunction, so I don't want to take antidepressant. That was the question. And I've already answered the question to the person in a reply on the comment section of the video. But today I want to specifically talking about my experience of taking Effexor and how the sexual dysfunction was to me with Effexor. And it's very interesting. Yeah, let me put it that way. Very interesting. But before I get into it, let me just lay down some uh, ground for this one because in my case, it was very unique because when I decided to start taking Effexor, I was already going through other blood tests by different experts, and then they found that my testosterone level is way too low. Like, I am suffering from the low testosterone deficiency. In other terms, it's like suffering from the male menopause. In Japanese, it's called dansei konenki shogai. So when that urologist found out, he was very concerned about my situations and then asked me to start going through testosterone replacement therapy, which is getting the testosterone injection initially twice a month, but later on once a month. And then I stopped taking it because unfortunately it just simply didn't work on me. So when I really experienced sexual dysfunction because of Effexor, but me being suffering from low testosterone syndrome, I think that really worsened my situation. So I'm gonna share everything that I actually went through and then tried and how I actually felt everything. But I don't want people to watch it and then think that, oh, that's horrible. I don't want to actually go through it. It's not good for me and my partner. So I am not going to take antidepressant even though I am suffering from the depressions. I don't want you to think that way because if you have a healthy male testosterone level and then dealing with depressions. And if your doctor thinks that taking certain kind of antidepressant might be suitable for your situations, then um, I think it's worth listening to your doctor's advice. And if you feel comfortable with it, you should definitely consider taking the antidepressant. And then also, if the side effect for sexual dysfunction is severe, they can actually change the medications or they can prescribe some medications to make the symptom less severe. That's what I was told. However, because my situation was very unique and I didn't want to take any kind of new other extra medications to counter off the sexual dysfunctions, because by then I was taking so many medications for different medical situations. And then because of, especially like because of the testosterone injection was really really damaging my liver, to the point that the range for my liver health was really really in unhealthy range. And I really didn't want to change Effexor because it showed positive, there's a positive and a negative benefit. There's a benefits and the risks or some negative effects on me, but positive effects actually, how do I say, this one is more than negative effects, so I just kept taking it. So now I'm gonna get into more detail, my personal experience. So if you don't like that kind of topic, please do not watch it from here. If you are curious to find out, please go ahead. It sounds weird. First of all, when I started taking Effexor, and already suffering from the super low testosterone syndrome, and then just 2 or 3 months prior to it, I just went through a major surgery. So I didn't really feel any sexual desire at all. And then of course, like every morning when I woke up, my penis was not hard, and it's just the way it was. And then I was very careless because I had so many different kind of health issues to be concerned about. But when I start increasing the doses, also getting more testosterone shots, and it helped me to improve a little bit in terms of the testosterone level. And every time I went back to see my urologist, he was asking me how I feel. And but by the way, he knows that I'm taking the Effexors and everything to treat the depressions. And also, like the one point, when you wake up, did you get hard? Did you feel horny? And so on. And I was just simply honest with him that no, and I didn't feel any sexual desire. And one point he asked me, when was the last time that you ejaculate? And I said, I don't remember, because I really don't remember. And because I really didn't care, because I felt no sexual desire. And then he was telling me that you need to ejaculate. You need to just do things. Like what he meant is watching porn, get myself stimulated, and just do that, all the masturbations and everything, because otherwise, if it's not utilized, which means if my penis didn't get hard for a long time or didn't ejaculate for a long time, all the functionality, it gets deteriorated. And my situation is already worse. So he was telling me that this sounds like a job, it's a task. However, even you don't feel any sexual desire, you have to just ejaculate. Otherwise, it's just going to damage the functionality. And that really makes sense. So I listened to my doctor. So I started watching porn on my devices and everything. And that's when I really realized that I am really suffering from the sexual dysfunctions. First of all, I felt nothing. I lost complete interest in those sexual stimulus and everything, which was very interesting. And then realized that the world seems to be just white and black. There's no color in the world. And then I already knew that the one of the side effects of taking Effexor is the sexual dysfunction. So, and also super low testosterone that I'm suffering. It's just a combination of it. But the task is already given to me that I need to get it hard and then ejaculate. I need to do it. So, but I keep watching them, and it kind of gets hard, but not too hard. It's like なんていうの? It's uh, it's soft. It gets big a little bit, but not really. なんていうんだ英語で. That I don't think I can call it erection. But again, task is given. So like I kept watching, they use the loops and everything, and then do the hand job masturbations. But it didn't feel anything. It didn't feel good. And then no matter how long I tried, I couldn't ejaculate. It's such a weird feeling. My penis is down there, but it's not mine. That's the feeling that I got. So I just kind of gave up. And I tried multiple times, but there is a time, the period of time that I couldn't just simply get it hard. But once my dose is the highest, which is Effexor was highest, like 225 milligram per day, and then little more or and then the right combination with the sleeping pill somehow put me into okay sleep. Damn. That's when I started to having little here and there sexual desire. There's a few mornings when I woke up, my penis was hard, and when I was trying to ejaculate, I was able to get it hard. I was able to ejaculate, but that I don't remember how many times, but like the first time in a so long time, I was able to ejaculate. But when I ejaculated, there is no sexual orgasm, which is very sad. It's just such a weird feeling. And then I really realized that this is a sexual dysfunction that's caused by Effexor. But as my body has got enough time to get used to it, that really helps me to just function a little bit better in terms of those sexual actions and everything. But it took me a while. I remember that for me to actually feel sexual orgasm when I ejaculated. So unless you could become super careless about it, when you actually experience sexual dysfunction caused by antidepressant, it must be very uncomfortable and confusing. For me, because I was already dealing with post recovery from this surgery, the removing tumors and everything, focusing on antidepressant, the depressions, sleeping issues, and on top of that, getting the injections for the testosterone, it's just already too much. And then my body and then I was so confused because there's just way too many factors in different areas to consider. So I was like, okay, one by one, just forget about those sexual dysfunction thing. Just let it be. That's not my priority. But for people, most of people, it needs to be a big concern, and it should be a big concern because it's gonna affect the relationship that people have with their partners. And it's very confusing, even you're informed that that could happen. It can hurt the people's confidence and everything. It can hurt the relationship. So I could really understand why some people don't want to take antidepressant because the possibility of sexual dysfunction. Um, in my case, again, too many factors to consider, so I didn't really care about it, and I had so much fun already when I was young. So it was the least things that I decided to worry. But sexual dysfunction caused by Effexor is a very serious thing. And maybe in my case it's a bit too extreme because again I was already suffering from super low testosterone syndrome when I was started to take in the Effexor anyway. So it's just a combination made everything worse. So yeah, this is my experience that did Effexor or antidepressant cause me to have sexual dysfunction? The answer is yes. And how bad it is, I just talked about it. So as always, I say this in the end of my videos, which is that it's really not worth dealing with and suffering from depressions and just taking care of those kind of side effects and everything. So before you get to that stage, I really hope that you can just stop, stay away from all the stress and everything, and focus on yourself, prioritize yourself, prioritize your health, so that you can really enjoy your life. Because it's a long time to deal with, and you cannot go back to who you and what you are before everything like this can happen to you. There's no turning back. There's no same me. I'll never be the same person as I used to be, especially before those everything happened to me in the last 2 years. And I learned so much, and I can probably say I gained a lot of things. However, it's no comparison. It's just simply not worth it. So please take care of yourself and enjoy your life, because that's the meaning and the purpose of life, at least to me, which I can't do that right now. But anyway, thank you for watching and please take care for now. Johnny, bye bye.